Okay, let's move into food centers because the food and the business of provision of food is so important to the health of these shopping centers. Now, one of the big endearing stories that I like to talk about is about the world's best restaurant, Noma, in Copenhagen, in Denmark. When obviously no one's going to the world's best restaurant and sitting down having that amazing experience. So what did they do? Well, they sat back and they thought, let's simplify the experience. Let's just make one of the world's best burgers. And literally they launched this, and they've had 3-hour queues every single day. People have been buying beers, people have been buying burgers, and surprisingly enough, they've been trying out new ways of working with different kinds of food stuff. So their quinoa burger is incredibly successful as well. So, really rethinking the food business is going to be one of the mantras for the next 5 to 10 years of the entire food industry. Again, another part of this is the massive race to create ever more efficient ways of getting people their food. Drive-throughs is one of them. There's a $290 billion drive-through race happening right now. You've got people coming in like Shake Shack and Chipotle that haven't even thought about drive-throughs before. We're going to see an increasing amount of real estate in these shopping centers being given to multiple lanes, mobile ordering lanes, and really having that kind of touchless experience. That's one thing that's going to endure after the pandemic. And also there's the idea of cloud kitchens or ghost kitchens. Now the company Cloud Kitchens, which was formed by the ex-founder of Uber, Travis Kalanick, has actually raised $400 million in funding. And it's the idea that they can provide kitchens to multiple restaurateurs that can just imagine what new food service offerings can be without actually having a front of office or a front of house where people walk in. So this is going to completely revolutionize how things like Uber Eats and Skip the Dishes and DoorDash is going to operate, because there's going to be these virtual restaurants that can chop and change, maybe even by the season or curated to particular times of the year where people want to have different kinds of food stuff, or even react to things like the pandemic to provide something that's more simplistic but really excellent as a foodstuff. There's also something that I think that we're going to start seeing coming into shopping centers as well. I think that there's going to be a need for people to grow food more locally. I mean, we're in suburbs. Some of the shopping centers that other people operate are in downtown cores of cities like Toronto and Calgary and Vancouver. Why not grow microgreens and food in shipping containers, very much like the company Square Roots does, and provide that close to home? A very efficient way of providing food, a very good profit margin on top of that, a completely new way of thinking about food and food delivery locally, and it can even provide goods and microgreens into these cloud kitchens as well.